What's up, y'all? I want to share a few thoughts around my TEDx experience and also what's come up for me since producing a TED Talk that I'm very proud of. I love it. I wouldn't change a thing. But naturally, I should have talked about this. Maybe I should have added that. Oh, that would have been good to include. Oh, this joke would have hit better if you would have said it this way. Natural thoughts. But there are a few things that I would add to my TED Talk. One of them being the expansive number of practices that I engaged in, which led to my transformation. Now, if you haven't seen my TED Talk, go in the description below. I'll link it, watch it, share it. Proud of that talk. Very vulnerable for me, but true. And I think that is really what's needed in the world right now is sharing truth, openness, vulnerability. So grateful for the platform. But what I would have added in my TED Talk, I focused mainly on cold exposure and breath, primarily cold exposure as the key mechanism to my transformation. Really is deeper than that. I was sharing with a friend the fact that I really wanted to talk about cold exposure, breath work, changing my diet, keto, fasting, improving sleep, focusing on health and wellness, physical activity, exercise, more movement, going for more jogs, playing basketball, learning how to surf, all these things, men's group, frequent men's group, plant medicine ceremonies, all of these things contributed to my transformation. But when crafting and curating a TED Talk, you got to condense things down and throw things out. And you can't include everything, even though I wanted to include everything. But in my learning of creating a strong script with a solid through line, you just got to be selective on what you deliver. So these other components, I believe, in combination, is what fueled my transformation. And as I shared this with a friend, he said, you know what? It's not that transformation doesn't come from one thing, it comes from everything, which I think is true. He said, no, it comes from one place. It comes from you, it comes from me. But where did that come from? I still don't know. But it did, maybe I can figure that out. Maybe that's what this is all about, is thinking out loud. Where did that urge, desire to feel better come from? I think it came from realizing that I wasn't feeling good. I felt shitty. I was depressed. Looked down at my belly. I had a belly. I'd never had a belly before in my life. And I looked down. I'm like, shoot. It takes a while to develop a belly without even noticing that you have a belly. So then I noticed that. And that was another glimpse. So I think the more you see that you're in this shit, the more you realize you want to get out of it. But that's not true for everyone, right? It's not an absolute truth. Yet for me, it was true. I was out of shape. I was depressed. I was very sad about losing my father at a young age. I was 6, passed away in a car accident. Trauma, adverse childhood event, ACE. I aced that test. I got a big dose of life reality from a young age, and shook things up and really threw me off course. Yet, as a kid, you can easily distract and move forward in life, but you can't avoid and move forward without turbulence. And you can't, I mean, an airplane ride with constant turbulence is not a smooth ride. And eventually you're like, okay, I need to see what's going on in that engine. So my transformation journey was seeing that there's some shit going on in the engine. Wasn't running properly. I was feeling bad, not not healthy, not myself. And that was manifesting as negative behavior. As I was being mean to my family and people I love, and pushing them away and getting feisty. So what helped? Awareness that I was not feeling good, acceptance that I was not feeling good, and then realization, I got to change. I got to change some stuff. I got to start going to the gym. I actually started by going to the gym. I didn't start by jumping in ice baths. I didn't start by jumping into breath work, Wim Hof method, breathing every day, even though I did do those things. But right before those things, I started practicing meditation with Andy. Hi, I'm Andy on Headspace. Started practicing meditation, started going to a yoga class, the YMCA, middle of New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire. Excellent class, by the way. I started moving my body. I was in physical therapy school, so that's a great place to learn about the importance of moving your body. As a physical therapist, you want to be in good shape to be a good example for those that you're working with. So started going to the gym. These things were movers. I had a buddy who was like, "Hey, yo, there's this guy, Mark Sisson, Primal Blueprint Diet. Don't eat grains or rice or potatoes or carbs. Just eat a bunch of protein, steak, a few veggies, some fruit." I was like, "All right, let me try that for 3 months." Effectively, I went into a ketogenic diet without even knowing it, and I started feeling great. And he was like, "Hey, yeah, did you know that you can skip meals? It's called intermittent fasting." I'll try that. Started skipping meals, and for the first time in my life, I was like, "Oh, I don't have to wake up and instantly eat cereal. I can wake up and go about my day, go outside, walk, get some exercise, and wow, look what happens. I feel good. I don't even really need that food." But then come around 10 a.m., I think I'm ready to eat. So having this shift in understanding, awareness of mind, body, stomach, food relationship, that was transformational. So if I were to do my TEDx talk again, I would include all that, but it'd probably be like a 45-minute, boring, all over the place type thing, huh? Kind of like this. Um, Yet the beauty of YouTube is I can continue to share the other components that contributed to positive change in my life. I mentioned men's group, implant medicine ceremonies. That's another video. But like men's group, a space, finding an opportunity to sit amongst men who are emotionally connected, that challenge, encourage truth to come through, pain, vulnerability to come through. The amount of times I've cried in a men's group is probably like 2,000, a lot. So being able to be supported by others, and that's guided me into supporting others, leading men's groups, facilitating, now coaching online, doing online coaching, mental performance coaching, mindset, psycho-emotional, breath work. Breathing is a tool that brings it all together, the bridge that connects the mind and the heart. On that note, another breath in. Let's get another deep breath in, big, bigger. Feel it in the heart. Exhale, relax. If you have questions about men's groups, let me know. A lot of great groups out there. It's just essential for us dudes to just sit around fire, get primal, and just be like, "I feel shitty." And then other men are like, "Oh, yeah, me too." It feels good. It feels okay. We can talk more about that in another video too. But the purpose of this is to share that. If I were to do a TEDx talk again, I'd include everything. I kind of feel bad that I didn't include everything. I don't want people to think that the key to magical transformation is jumping in cold water. I do believe that it will activate and kickstart and energize you, wake some things up. It will. I think it's a good place to start. Get your body, get your booty, get your energy into cold water on a daily basis religiously for 30 days, for 3 months. Do that, see what happens. High likelihood. You're going to breathe, find inspiration, energy activation. Your body, your cells will become more efficient. So I stand by the fact that I spoke about cold exposure as key in my transformation, because it is. It's a great place to start, but it's not the only place to start. Start wherever feels best for you to start. But the thing you got to start is the thing. Got to do it. What is it? Moving, cutting out diet, quit eating late night burritos. That was a hard one, really hard one. Find some discipline, but find discipline from a place of desire to feel better, to be a better person. I think my biggest desire is seeing that my dull light had a negative impact on others. I'm fiery. I'm Leo. I'm Aries moon. I'll come attack you. If you attack me, and if you don't even attack me, but you look like I perceive that you might attack me, I'll get you. Released, released anger. This is me just talking to myself. Hopefully it's valuable, but or entertaining, or both. But acceptance, realizing this is where I was. Okay, realizing that I wasn't being a good person to others, and I was just sharing negative energy because of pain in my heart. There's a saying, hurt people hurt people. I was a testimony to that. But I now realize healed people heal people. And I'm hoping to be helpful in that journey for any of you who are watching, need some help, need some support, need some healing. That's my mission. That's what I'm here to offer, share with the world. Thank you for watching. Check out my TED Talk, share it, subscribe, like to the video, do all those things that you're supposed to do with all these videos, just to like, I don't know. But do those things. Why not? Ask questions. I'll answer them. You ask, I answer. Comment below. I'm here in service and in gratitude. Thank you for watching.